The mouse moved. The spreadsheet scrolled. And before Emma could finish reading the first line, her cat jumped onto the desk, walked directly across the keyboard, and sat on the exact document she needed. Not beside it, not near it, on it. She moved the cat. 30 seconds later, the cat was back. Same spot, same confidence, like he'd been assigned to quality control and had serious concerns about the project. At first, it felt annoying. Then it started feeling strange. Because this wasn't random. The cat didn't do this while she washed dishes. Didn't do it while she folded laundry. Didn't do it while she wandered around the house. Only when work started. And a few days later, he did something that made Emma stop and wonder if she'd completely misunderstood what was happening. We'll come back to that, because when cats interrupt our work, most people assume they want attention. And sometimes they do. But that explanation misses something much bigger. In many cases, your cat isn't reacting to the laptop at all. They're reacting to what the laptop means. And once you understand that difference, a lot of confusing cat behavior suddenly starts making sense. 1. Your cat is watching the routine, not the screen. Humans tend to focus on objects. Cats often focus on patterns. Think about your workday: coffee, chair, laptop, desk. You probably don't think about the sequence anymore. Your cat does. Cats spend a surprising amount of time observing, and observation is one of the main ways they learn. They notice what happens before other things happen. The laptop opens. You stop moving around. You stay in one place. Your attention shifts. After enough repetition, the cat learns that the laptop predicts a different version of you. Less available, less interactive, more focused. So if your cat appears shortly after work begins, they're probably not randomly discovering the laptop every day. They're recognizing a routine. And routines matter because they make the world predictable. That idea becomes important later, especially when we get back to Emma's cat, because the laptop wasn't the only thing he was paying attention to. 2. Work changes your behavior more than you realize. Most people think they're doing the same thing all day. Cats would probably disagree. When you're working, your behavior changes. You stop moving through the house. You become more predictable. And for many cats, predictable situations are easier to understand. That's one reason some cats simply choose to stay nearby while their owners work. A desk chair, a shelf, a bed in the office. They're settling into a routine they recognize. But not every cat stays on the sidelines. Some move directly into the middle of the activity, which creates one of the biggest misunderstandings about this behavior, because many owners assume the cat is trying to stop them from working. Most of the time, that's probably not what's happening. The motivation is usually much simpler than that. 3. The laptop is prime cat real estate. Yes, laptops are warm. Cats generally prefer warmer temperatures than humans do, and a running laptop creates a comfortable spot. But warmth doesn't explain everything, because most homes have plenty of warm places. What makes the laptop special is that several valuable things come together in one spot. Warmth, your scent, your attention, your location. If a cat wanted to choose the most important place in the room, it would usually be wherever the human is focused. During work, that's the laptop. It's the same reason cats sit on books you're reading, papers you're sorting, or packages you're opening. The object isn't necessarily important. Your attention makes it important. And that helps explain something many owners notice. Some cats seem to know work is about to start before the laptop even opens. 4. Your cat may be interrupting a future event. Now let's go back to Emma. A few days after the keyboard incident, she noticed something odd. The cat sometimes appeared before she even opened the laptop. Not after. Before. The moment she carried it into the room. The moment she sat down. The moment the routine began. Which changes the entire interpretation. Because if the cat arrives before work starts, then the cat isn't responding to work itself. They're responding to signals. Cats are surprisingly good at linking events together. A particular chair, a specific room, a laptop being carried down the hallway, a cup of coffee placed on the desk. These become clues, and clues help cats predict what happens next. That's why some cats show up before feeding time, before bedtime, before someone gets home. They're not predicting the future. They're predicting patterns. Most owners never connect those two things. From our perspective, it feels almost magical. From the cat's perspective, they've been collecting information all week. And there's another reason these interruptions happen that owners often overlook completely. 5. Sometimes your cat just wants to be included. One of the most underrated parts of feline behavior is simple participation. Cats are often interested in activities because they involve someone they care about. You start wrapping presents, the cat appears. You sort laundry, the cat appears. You build furniture. The cat immediately volunteers as an unqualified assistant. Many cats prefer being near activity rather than separated from it. They're curious observers. Your cat may not understand spreadsheets, emails, or video calls, but they do understand that you're focused on something. And that makes it interesting. Leave a comment and let us know. What's the weirdest object your cat has ever decided was suddenly the most important thing in the house? Every cat owner seems to have one story that makes absolutely no sense from a human perspective. And one of those strange little obsessions ended up revealing the clue Emma had been missing the whole time. 6. The real goal may not be attention. When people talk about laptop cats, the explanation is usually attention-seeking, and sometimes that's part of it. If sitting on the keyboard consistently gets petting, conversation, or interaction, the behavior can become reinforced. Cats learn what works. But attention isn't always the whole story. For many cats, simply being near the activity has value. Being close, observing the environment, sharing space, following a familiar routine. A cat stretched across your keyboard may want interaction. A cat curled up beside your desk may simply want to be nearby. Different motivations. Very similar behavior. Most owners never connect those two things. If this is changing the way you see your cat, click the button and join us. Because a lot of behaviors that look like interruptions start making much more sense once you see them from the cat's perspective. And that perspective ended up explaining something Emma had completely misunderstood about her own cat. A week later, Emma stopped moving the cat every time he climbed onto the desk. Instead, she tried something different. A few minutes before starting work, she spent 5 minutes playing with him. Nothing dramatic, just a short play session. Then she opened the laptop, and something changed. The cat still came into the office, still jumped onto the desk. But instead of planting himself across the keyboard, he curled up in a nearby chair and stayed there. That's when Emma realized the laptop had never been the real target. The interruption was. Not because the cat hated the laptop, not because he wanted to sabotage work. Because the moment work started, a predictable part of his day disappeared. Her attention. Once he had another way to stay connected to the routine, the urgency disappeared. And that changes the whole behavior. The cat wasn't trying to stop work. He was trying to figure out where he fit into it. All right, I'm gonna go. My cat just walked across my keyboard, closed a window, and somehow managed to look disappointed in my workflow. So I feel like a performance review is about to happen. FurEver.